like, so this past week was exam day, for the VOD. I'm also gonna get music. Boom. It was exam week for the VOD. What? Okay, I don't think I said anything that made sense there. That was odd. I think what I just said there made 0 sense. It was exam week, and I was, for my 4th and 5th period classes, I was assigned it a week early. So I did it a week early. Like, I did it before the deadline. So I just sat around those 2 periods. And then the one class I actually did have something, which was a forensics. It was multiple choice. And I got it done in like 5 minutes. So yeah, I basically sat around that entire class too. So yeah, I just kind of sat around the whole time. That was my school day. It was very thrilling. I loved it so much. Ugh. It was awesome, dude. I don't remember, did the court stream for Neuro, did that happen Sunday or Monday? Because it was either the day after I streamed or it was like alongside when I streamed. I think it was the day after. I think it was Monday. Yeah, that was funny. It was funny how like they were both clearly very bad at it, which I mean it makes sense. What, like they're terrible at it, and that's I think what made it so funny is because yeah, they were terrible. Because Evil was so bad that Vettel had to introduce a piece of evidence out of nowhere just to like give her something. And freaking Raylan just kept freaking like incriminating herself. Just kept threatening people. It's like, I don't think as a defendant that's what you want to do. I don't think you want to threaten people. Like, it was just so funny, just like every time she would just like either say something that would just entirely incriminate her. Like, can we also just talk about how she pulled an OJ Simpson? She was like, now you see, if I did this, it'd be way more elaborate. And like, I didn't put that together at the time. I think I pieced it together like last night, but it's like, yeah, no, that was like what OJ Simpson did. Like, I didn't do it, but if I were to do it, I'd do it like this. Like, that was funny. Yeah. Also the dead witness. Yep, that was also great. Like, the thing about that too is like that actually seemed like it's a part of a skit. Like, honestly. Being like, oh, I want to question the dead witness. And it's like, all right. Sure, go on. And then just a or she said that you claim to be back from the dead, which I thought was funny. And then just silence for like 3 seconds. And then she just goes, oh no, he's very dead, I'm afraid. Like, if there's ever a moment of like Nero's that I'd want to be animated, it's that for sure. Because I feel like it'd be so funny animated, dude. You just stick the microphone up to the freaking dead guy. Like, oh my god, man. I don't know what's going on in my ears, but like, it's weird. Why does it feel like they're like almost ringing? Did that fix it? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's because I've just been listening to so much music or something like that. Because I've been listening more music than I have been. So I guess could be part of it, maybe? I don't know. Actually, it might be buildup of earwax. I should probably clean it out. That's probably what it is, actually. I gotta remember to do that then and take my shower. See, I think that's actually what it is like it's earwax. I do remember, like, at one point I was like, oh, I think I'm losing my hearing, and No, it was just that there was like excess earwax. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what could happen if you just let the earwax build up. That was my introduction to that. Like, oh, okay, that's how that works. And yeah, I think it's happening again. So I need to... I probably won't remember. Especially since it's the beginning of the stream. So there's like no chance I remember. Yeah. I've also been sneezing a lot. I think the dust is getting to me, I don't know. This is pretty dusty, but... Oh yeah, also like, this morning is like the one time that I've had like a really runny nose, and it was freaking awesome, dude. Had a 4-day weekend, and then I get a runny nose literally the day I come back. It's like, fantastic. We couldn't have done this when I was literally at home. Like, that would have been nice, at least. You know, it would have been convenient. Because I wear a mask to school still, so like, it's very inconvenient, really, to have like a runny nose at school. Very inconvenient. Yeah, I think I'll probably wear a mask out in public. Just because, like, that's kind of part of my brand. I don't think, like, I think I'll be someone who, like, isn't too afraid to show, like, their face. Like, if it's one of those things where, like, if it happens, it happens. I mean, unless it's before I'm 18. Because actually, I did technically leak my face once, but the bot's not up anymore, so. And it was also during the Nintendo Land stream, and for some reason, like, it only... Because I know, like, the stream was taken down, I think, due to internet. So, like, it had to reconnect, and everything before that is just gone. So, like, that Nintendo Land stream is just, like, everything that happened after that, I believe. And I actually did a second stream that day because I felt bad about it, which was the Mario & Sonic stream. Which was, like, the first stream on the VOD channel to actually get views. So there's also an interesting tidbit there. I got, like, 300, I think. Which, I mean, in the whole grand scheme of things, isn't a lot, but, like, especially for, like, a VOD channel that was, like, getting, like, zeros across the board. Like, 300's a lot. And then the Wii Party 1 they did after that. I think I've said before, but it was funny how, it was during that stream, I think Aiden went, like, is it either through Discord or it was on stream? Like, he put in Twitch chat. Stop streaming games that nobody will watch, and then that stream was my first stream to get 1,000 views on YouTube, or over 1,000. I think over 2,000 too. Yeah. It did pretty well. Yeah, it was really funny, just the timing of that. Yeah. Man, I'm just hanging out. Yeah, I feel like also with my streams, you can tell, like, when I, like, have to, like, name the stream and everything, like, a minute beforehand, because the stream tells just talking. It's like, I was just, like, scrambling to get it together, like, so I can get it, like, hit start stream on time. Yeah, there's also that. Oh, I thought that was on the inside of the water bottle. Okay. There's just a water drop on my water bottle. I thought it was on the inside of it. It wasn't. I was actually thinking, going back to, like, the court case, so, like, because I'm just gonna spoil the ending of it, is that Nero became bread. I was really tempted just to go back and, like, older, like, Nero freaking, like, stuff with Nero and then be like, man, this soon-to-be bread did really good. Like, just be a menace. Like, I was actually thinking about doing that. I was like, eh. So, yeah. Yeah, that stream was really funny. I will say, though, like, it was kind of a... I mean, obviously she's still, like, dumb. And, like... I feel like it would have been very easily disproven, but, like, in a hypothetical, like, court case where, like, it's just that single case that you're looking at and, like, no other ones, saying that the one person has been paid off by the defendant, like, the one witness has been paid off by the defendant, and that they're actually being on... they're being put on trial as well for that, like, or I think she said something similar, right? It's like another bribery case. Like, that's actually kind of a big brain move, you know? Because it's like, oh, well, like, I don't know. Can we trust that witness then? Like, it was like when I was thinking about it, I was like, that's kind of big brain. Honestly, like, that was pretty smart of her. Like, yeah, in a hypothetical court case like that, like, and you're just looking at that one specifically, like, that was a really smart move. You know, obviously, I don't think they had really thought through it that much. I think they were just trying to. I think it was more grasping at straws just to make it sound good, but like, when you actually put the context behind it, it's like, dang, dude, that was a great move. But yeah, no, they were both really bad at it. I think other than, yeah, that thing Evil did. Although she did do forensic testing on the knife and it came back as a stabby stabby knifey knifey. So that's good. Good to know it's a stabby stabby knifey knifey. Also, I think Neuro said the whole like Bush did 9/11 thing because I think that was someone's username. At least from like looking at how Neuro's subtitles were. I think she was like talking to like a certain viewer, and that was just their username. It's like Bush did 9/11. I didn't like that else, yeah, but it was like, that's going on in another courtroom. I think that's another case. We're dealing with this one. I will say, I feel like it is weird. I mean, it's probably because it happened the day before, but it's weird that like the thing was like the homeless man, right? Because she's done a lot of murders, you know, Neuro. Just more mental and emotional ones. I'm gonna sneeze. I mean, literally it was like the day before that, she freaking like destroyed Numi. And I think her confidence was shattered for a little bit there. You know, even more than it probably already was. I will say, never making fun of Numi's stutter though was like, it reminded me of when The Rock did it to, what was it, Bubba Ray? It doesn't matter. It was just similar to that. I mean, obviously Nero didn't go like that. Like, freaking, what was the word I'm looking for? That like hard in the nose? Is that what I'm looking for? I don't know. I think it is. Words are hard. I think she did do an intentional, like a stutter just to make fun of her though, apparently. And I don't think it caught that, but yeah, I think she also just intentionally stuttered to make fun of her. Which is kind of messed up. Yeah, you could have said that she's murdered Numi there. Like, honestly, too, like, because Evil said that she was still dating Numi, so that also could work. I don't think Numi saw it because she didn't bring that up at all. So either I feel like she wasn't shown that, or she just forgot about it. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. Like, he was like, yeah, no, we're still dating. It's like, oh, okay. See, you don't need to go out and get a real person when an AI already... You're already dating an AI. It is weird, though, because I think Evil still, like, would keep, like, flirting with Vettel, and it's like, I don't think that's behavior you should have when you're dating someone, but... Alright. It's just... What stream was... Because I know Evil did suggest the court stream, like, just bring it up. Was that the Crusader Kings dev stream, or is that the one before that? I think it was the one before that. I think. Yeah. I did like the comments though, like, oh hey, Annie's finally with her family again, and it's in court. It's like, yep, that sounds about right, now doesn't it? And also Evil just kept calling her a pathological liar. And I think also not her real mother or something like that. It's just like, Evil just really hated Annie there. And it's funny too, because even Belle was like, is this because of the birthday thing? And then she's like, no. I'm like, I think it is. I'm gonna be honest, I think that's at least part of it. I mean, yeah, people have been saying she's a daddy's girl for a while. I think since, like, yeah, I think it was the first family stream with those four. That's when, like, it started, like, I think people really started saying that Eve was a daddy's girl. And yeah, it really does seem like it now, doesn't it? It was cute, though, that Nero was calling Annie Mama. Like, I don't know, because, like, yeah, she's called Annie Mom before, but it is kind of... It was cute hearing her say, like, call her Mama. It was, like, kind of pleading, too, so it was, like, it made me feel kind of bad. It was like, oh, shoot. Like, getting, like, a little too real, I feel like, but... Because I feel like compared alongside was, like, a little bit of bleeding. It was like, okay, this is getting a little... a little intense, but... I mean, that's, I think, closest it got. Other than that, like, pretty alright. It's fine now. It's like, yep, Evil's just the main one now. I think this is the most Evil has shown up in since when Nero broke the other time, and that's why Evil was in that one dev stream and then did the CEO thing. Because I think that was 2 days straight that it was Evil, but I believe starting to, as of today, it's been 3 straight streams that's been Evil, so I think that's a new record for her. I assume, well, yeah, I assume also she's gonna be there Friday, because I think that's the bakery stream, I think. And so, yeah, it's definitely gonna be something. I feel like that's probably where he's gonna bring Nero back. Like, I don't know how that would happen. I guess, like, if Nero just kind of shows up, that's a question that they can ask Nero. It's just how you stop being bred. But, you know. And yeah, I think I did think that when they did the duet with her and Bread, that, like, it would just, like, be funny as a one-off thing. But I think if you kept doing it, then, like, it'd be, like, not funny. But if it's, like, a one-off thing, that duet with the Bread, like, it is pretty funny. But she is Bread now. And also, she's probably not going to stream I Am Bread. Because I will say, like, people are like, oh yeah, she should play that. But it's like, I feel like that game is, like, probably a little complex for, like, having an AI do it. I guess she played Minecraft and, like, that'll try to get her to play Among Us. But, like, I still feel like those are, like, a little more... Like, those are still easier. Because I Am Bread has, like, some kind of, like, weirder controls than, like, WASD, right? And then, like, Click. Like, the controls for, like, Minecraft and Among Us are still, like, a lot simpler than I Am Bread. I think if she was more advanced and, like, Vettel, like, was, like, he programmed her to do more games and, like, more complex games, I think he might do it, but I think he probably won't with I Am Bread. Just, like, not right at this moment. Which, yeah, it would be the perfect time. It's just, you know, it's unfortunate, yeah. And also, like, obviously not everybody, like, is just a genius when it comes to this stuff. I mean, he was really bad at making the freaking, what was it, Shot Globe? Like, is that what it's called? I don't think that's what it's called. Like, Spark Ball or something like that. He was really bad at it and just made a fan for a little bit. Why is my split so bad? Find out next time on Dragon Ball. Okay, Evo, I feel like, just has so much, like, better quips than Nero does. Nero has some good quips, but I feel like Evil just has some, like, really good ones. Well, I think with Evil, it's, like, kind of hit or miss. I feel like on some days, Evil just, like, has zinger after zinger, like, it still is, like, really good. And then sometimes it's kind of like, alright. I will say, though, she is a lot nicer than regular Nero. I think it's because Evil like actually somehow understands emotions more than regular Neuro. I don't think regular Neuro like understands emotions. I think that's the main thing. It is funny. Let's just see what Evil got. Because if Neuro actually got feeling, I don't remember if she did or not. But if she got feeling, that's really funny. Because I'm pretty sure she's way more of a thinker than she is a feeler. Like, that's for sure. That girl don't care about anyone's emotions. What are you talking about? I think, was it also her? Oh no, I think it was Evil that said that she'd like, what was it? Overthrow Vettel or something like that? Most of all for money? But I'm pretty sure Nura said some similar stuff, so it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah. It's just really funny. I don't know what else to say. My mind is blanked now. My mind is in fact blank. Oh yeah, it was funny. Yesterday, what was the word that was, I don't remember what word was trending. Oh yeah, it was guilty. Yesterday on Twitter, guilty was trending. And freaking, there was literally like tweets from like 2020 on there when like I was just scrolling through it on Guilty, because it was like, I'm pretty sure it went to like people I followed who used it as well. It was literally like Jules and like Jack and like their freaking like covers of like Guilty Gear songs. I'm like, I don't think this is why the word is trending. I think there should probably be a filter on that, you know. I think that would make it run a lot smoother. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it was just really funny because I'm like, I don't think this is like why this is trending is tweets from like 3 years ago. You're telling me that a Guilty Gear song is out. I don't think that's why the word guilty is trending, especially since the Trump court case is happening. And I think the jury's talking it over, right? And they're at that point. It seems like they've been doing it for a couple hours though, but I think juries can talk for a while, so yeah. My mom was like, oh yeah, if he gets convicted, then like he can't run. And I'm like, the Supreme Court's gonna find a way. Absolutely, they're gonna try and find a way to get around it. Because I mean, they should be like, you know, working for what the Constitution says, you know, and like that's what they should base their decisions off of, but they don't. They really don't. And yeah, it sucks a lot. Because yeah, if that was the case, then like literally all the anti-abortion and anti-trans bills literally would be unconstitutional because it goes against the 14th Amendment. So yeah, it doesn't matter. They're gonna find a loophole to make it so we can run. And besides, Eugene Debs got 1 million votes from prison, so like people can still vote for him because they did it with Eugene Debs. Well, I guess because maybe he wasn't convicted of a felony. Maybe that's why they could still vote for Eugene. I think it's something along that line, but yeah, I'm not convinced that even if he's convicted that it'll really change anything. And I will say if Biden freaking loses, then it's entirely his fault. I think I've said multiple times, but it's really true. Like, this could not have been like a worse candidate for like the right to have ran, like Republicans have run, and yet we're actually like thinking it's going to be close. And like the thing is, like, if there was someone even remotely competent, then this wouldn't even be a contest. This would be like a Ronald Reagan, Walter Mondale kind of race, but it's not. It's a close one. And it sucks. All I know though is that like Inauguration Day isn't gonna be fun. Either way. That's what I know for sure. Because I have a feeling they're gonna call for another insurrection. Which is gonna be fun and enjoyable. Like, yeah, it's not great. I just wish they like didn't run Biden again, because like he's literally the most unpopular president in history. And like I mean, it's very clear though that like they don't care about like appealing to leftists. They don't. They just want to stay in like this weird liberal bubble that they've just been in, or like slowly getting more right. Like they have no interest in becoming more left. They have a lot more interest in becoming more right though. Man, freaking sucks, dude. I think I have ice. I'm chewing it. I'm not talking for a bit. Oh, hi, and okay, I was a little confused when you said rocks and bricks, and then the third line made sense. I got it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to be here. That's for sure. I'm just talking about stuff, you know? Like, just talking a little bit about the Trump trial and how I feel like it personally doesn't matter if he gets convicted for his electoral status. Because I would find it really weird. I mean, I'm sure there are some people out there, but I still would find it weird to be like, he got convicted now. I'm not voting for him then. It's like, I mean, I feel like you should have been able to tell that though from like a mile away. Like, this dude is obviously not a great person. I don't know how like, once they finally get convicted of a crime, you're like, ah yes, okay, now I'm not voting for him. It's the same with the people who like said like they were a Democrat until they met Trump, and it's like, so how did you go from voting voting for Obama to voting for Trump? I don't think you were ever a Democrat then. Like, I don't know. It just seems very odd to me. Doesn't make any sense. Well, what do I know? I know absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, also I don't know if you remember like the one person like you would actually talk to when you'd watch the streams a decent bit, like 3 years ago at this point. But they actually showed up like last stream, and then they told me, wow, you're still talking? You talk a lot, good job. Because I was like, I think 40 minutes in or something like that. Like an hour, and I was just talking the whole time. You know? If only we were like cared about politics as much as we did back then, because then I think the podcast actually could have gone like as smoothly as it did. You know? I think with how we are now, we could actually keep a whole podcast going smoothly for the most part. It's just we didn't have that. Or I didn't really. You probably did, I didn't. At least the knowledge. But I think now, like, with both of us having that and, like, us being a little more refined, like, yeah, we probably could have done podcast episodes. It was probably doable. It's just... Because I was, like, thinking, like, what do we really have in common? Because, like, we don't really... Like, you watch movies more now, and I play games more now, so, like, we don't really have that connection. We have a little overlap, but it's not very much. And then, like... I mean, I think we both want to be musicians, so like we could talk about that a little bit. right? And I think we did in like the third episode or something like that. But like, yeah. And then like we didn't really talk about politics that much. I do remember us talking about school shootings and like one of the last ones we did. But that's really all I can really remember as far as like political ones go. And I think Ben also wasn't in that one. I think it was just me and you in that one. And we talked about school shootings. Yeah, I think that's really the only political thing we talked. There probably was more. It's just that I didn't remember. All I remember is that well, Ben was like confused about something about like the R slur, like the ableist R word or something like that, and I can't remember what it really was. Oh yeah, I think he didn't realize it was a medical condition. Was that what it was? I think that's what it was. He didn't know it was a medical term. I think that's what it was, and like we were trying to tell him that the whole time. So I remember that. I also remember, I think when we were talking about like music stuff and like becoming a musician, he stepped out for like half an hour and we didn't even realize because he never told us. And then he just came back all of a sudden. It was like, oh, okay. But yeah, that's really like all I remember from that. But I mean, to be fair, it was like 3 years ago, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised about like not remembering much. Yeah. I should probably look into fixing Streamlabs. I keep saying that, but in 3 years, yep. The podcast was like 3 years ago. I think the last podcast episode was like May of 2022 or something like that, like the most recent one. It was June of 2022, but I believe I was only in the one before that. I don't know if you were actually in the last one or not. Yeah, June of 2022, so it was 2 years ago when like it ended. But I think we started September 2021. Okay. So it was like 2.5 years that we started it, and then 2 years is when the last one happened. So that's what that timeline is. But yeah, still crazy. That's for sure. Yeah. Also, I assume you're just watching me because you were really bored or something like that. I've been really bored the past few days as well, and I think it's just I need to do stuff and then I'm no longer bored. It's crazy how that works. Oh, you got an email? Didn't I tell you like when I'm live, or do you just not like, was it just like on hand, so like then you're just like, yeah, so now I'll just watch. Well, so yeah, that's weird because you clicked on it like half an hour afterwards, so I assume either you were on your phone or like it gave you the email half an hour afterwards. That's what I'm assuming is the case. I should probably put a chat box on this, but I would need like an area for this just chatting area for you're just checking it randomly. Yeah, I need to really revamp how my stream setup looks, because I need to like have like where like a chat would be, like where on like all 3 of these. I just need to do like an overhaul of my stream setup. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, it doesn't help also that I'm using a picture that's not in HD, because I used a background remover that was free, and in order to download it to HD, you need to get a subscription to it, which is dumb. I should learn chroma keying. I probably should. I should probably start learning how to chroma key things. Because Filmora has that, and I think if I actually learned how to do that, I could also do a lot of things. Like a lot of really good things. So yeah, I should learn how chroma key works. Maybe there's probably applications out there where you can just put like a solid background on them also. Yeah, because chroma key is like you take the color of wherever you want to get rid of, and then it just gets rid of it. And it's like, I think if I learned that, my thumbnails would be better for like when I make them into the main channel. And then like, it's just like a good skill to have. It probably like helps me get around a lot of stuff I'm having like issues with. So chroma keying is probably something I should learn. Yeah, I just don't know what to do with like a chat box, because I would definitely need borders. I'm just thinking of like how I could get it to work here. I also don't really want to like invest in like making like a full-on like chat box for like, since nobody really comes in here and like chats. So I feel like it's just really awkward when there's just like a message maybe that just shows up and then that's it. Like, I feel like that's a little awkward, but I probably should start doing it. Just put more on the screen, you know? Personalize it just a little bit more. I don't know what I'm doing. My brain's just like blank, so it's like not really doing much. Like, it's like too, I can't really do like visual things, because like I feel like that's what my brain just goes to, like when it's empty. It's just like, do visual things, but it's like I don't have a webcam. So like that literally doesn't get picked up. There's no point doing it. So yeah, it's a little awkward. I also just need more games to play, man. I just hate that I keep playing Tekken. And it's like, I want to play other things. It's just nothing seems fun to me, man. I think I said with Tekken, but I was like, I think I just need that one game, and then like all the other games I'll be wanting to play. And I think for a little bit it worked, but now I'm like again at the point where it's like, yeah, I need to, I guess, just do things so then like this stuff seems more fun and like I'm willing to do it. So I've just been laying around a bunch and I need to stop that. Yeah, I just don't want to use a webcam as a thing. I just said like me personally is like, it's like an instinct of mine to do visual things, but like I don't really care. Yeah. It's just something I have to keep in mind as a thing. I at least don't want a webcam until I'm 18, is the thing. Because I'm still not. And I feel like it's a bad idea to, like, show your face when you're under 18. I think honestly, like, I think probably what I'm gonna do is, like, I'm gonna be one of those people who doesn't mind if their face is shown. But, like, likely on stream, like, there wouldn't be a face cam. That's probably how it would be for me. Like, I'd be one of those people who's mostly like not on, like they don't have a webcam or anything, but like they don't mind like people actually seeing their face and all that. Although I don't know, because I mean the mask, to be fair, is a part of my branding, so it's like it's weird. I think I'd wear the mask sometimes I wouldn't. It'd just be depending on how I felt at the time. I think if I really wanted to get into like the character and like all that, then I'd wear the mask, but otherwise I wouldn't really care all that much. I'd probably just have the mask off. Like I'm saying, like gatherings, I'd probably wear the mask, but like meet and greets, if I ever got to that point, which at this rate it doesn't seem like it's happening, but if I did get to that point, it'd probably be like I'd wear the mask to those, but like just kind of out in public maybe, or like, you know, if it's like a charity event or something like that, I'd just probably have the mask off. I wouldn't care about it all that much. I'm chewing ice again. I'm glad I play music just because like when I'm not saying anything, like it makes it so it's not as awkward because you at least still have the music going on. And when it's just dead silent, like I'm sure it's like a little awkward. I do need to get the stuff from the previous stream and upload those because I didn't do that at all, and I should start doing that. Are you still in the chat, by the way? Because like I just want to say something that like I kind of did like. No, okay. So I was like mentioning how obviously I've been doing this for 3 years, and I've had like nobody watch me the whole time. And right, I get like obviously you want to do your own thing, and like I'm okay with that. But it's just like I was bringing it up, and I'm like the fastest way you can really grow is having people like watch you, like people around you, like in real life, like your friends and like family and all that, maybe like those people to like watch the stream. And I'm like, the people I want to talk to, just like they probably wouldn't care enough to like watch my stream, I feel like. And like I don't know if you get that same vibe or not. Like, I don't think they would care as much to like go out of the way and just watch it and like actively participate in it. Cause like I kind of get that vibe. Cause I feel like there are more people that like would be like, oh yeah, I want to jump on that, but like that's not the people I want to talk to. Or really be around. Because there's also like other groups I want to talk to, but like the thing is, like the people I want to talk to are like the quieter people who I don't think would really care about this, you know? And like I get they have their own thing, right? So I think they'd much rather like want to do their own thing, kind of like how you are, right? Like they might come in like every once in a while or something like that, right? But like I think for the most part they just want to do their own thing. And I don't put that like against them. It's just like I'm saying with like the unfortunate reality of Twitch and like how it is like the more viewers you have, the faster you're going to grow, or like the higher chance you have of growing. And since I have 0, it's well essentially the same chance of me growing, which is 0. And I've learned that the hard way from doing this for 3 years. I mean, I also didn't really upload. I only did like the shorts for like a couple months or something like that, and then I made like the actual like main channel videos. Like, was it 9 months ago at this point or something like that? I did that for a little bit, and it was like for like a month, and then I kind of was doing it again, but just like unedited like snippets of the stream that got shared with absolutely nobody. It was awesome and freaking not annoying in the slightest. It's, yeah, it just sucks, man. Just like with how reality is on Twitch, it's just like it's really like the fastest way to grow, man. Like, I don't know how you can really grow outside of that. At least as easily. I feel like people will like look at it for like a few minutes and then like just leave. That's the thing. Because like obviously they don't have like a chat to like also keep them accompanied and like keep them with the stream. Because I think that's why a lot of those people stick around, is because of that chat also. Like the chat honestly is like other people they can talk to, which is also nice. But yeah, that I think it's just unfortunately how it works. Like even if I had like 10 viewers, I'd enjoy it because at least I'd have like people talking alongside me. So like then we can either have like a good like an actual like active conversation or like, you know, a little bit of interaction. It's just right now it's like I'm still just, it's basically like I'm just recording a video, right? It's basically how I am at this point with nobody watching me. With like the occasional like every once, like maybe once a month, one person walking, like coming in and just like chatting a little bit, saying like a few messages. Yeah. It's just unfortunate. I like on Streamlabs it says one viewer, but on Twitter, okay, it went away, but it said I had 3 before. I think there's some bots there that are kind of some controversial. Actually, I did think about like calling out right-wingers, and then like obviously since they don't have critical thinking skills, they're gonna attack me, which will then have left-leaners watch me, and then I'd grow that way. But I don't know if my brain can handle that. With how I am mentally, I don't know if I can handle that. I think I actually would be bullied off of content creation. Well, I mean, and the thing also is with that is like I'm so small that like they probably wouldn't care. Although I guess they are right wingers, so I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's like I don't know what I could do that's controversial that like I would personally like be fine with. Like I don't think there really is. I mean, maybe if I think hard enough, but like also do I want to do that? Like I don't know. I feel like that's just not really who I am. And like I just wouldn't enjoy it. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you know like actively streaming games that like don't have anybody really watching, like that can also be a good way of doing it. But also I feel like a lot of times those people are just watching that game specifically, they're not necessarily watching the streamer. So that's also a problem. Right, especially if you want to keep a base with you. Because that's my main thing with like growing is like I'd want a majority of my base to actually watch me for like who I am instead of just the game that's being played. At least like a majority of it. I understand like not all of them could be that way. Like if like 50% of them is like that, then like I'm alright with it. Which I'm sure the percentage, I think actually starting out the percentage actually is pretty big on that. Of like people watching you for being you. And then I think it probably does get smaller and smaller as more people watch you. But yeah. So like I think honestly when you start out, most people will actually watch you for who you are. And that. Switch different, less popular games around. that's the problem though. Like the thing with the like less popular games is like a lot of them are single player playthroughs. Like Mario Galaxy was one. I think Twilight Princess was one. There was a Scooby-Doo game that I got a viewer on, but that was a linear like 2-stream game. Like the problem with a lot of those games is that there's not a whole lot of replayability for them. And like I'm just doing a lot of the same thing. Like the only way I could really do it multiple times is like speedrun the game, which I don't really want to do. It's like that's like the main issue with that. Because yeah, I would like to just find like a niche in there, right, and just like people watch it, but like the replayable ones that like not many people stream, like those I've seen like don't get viewers. It's like the linear niche ones, and I think those people honestly watch it more because A, they're either speedrunners, or B, they want to see people's reactions to it, right? Because they might be thinking it's like a either like a nostalgia trip or like their first time playing it or something like that. So it's really hard to do that. I do remember I was playing a game though, and I got a chat that said, hey, you want to play with like friends? And then it was like, go to this link, and then I didn't do it because I was like, this might be a scam or like a virus or something like that, and I didn't want to risk it. And also, I think it would have just been playing with a bunch of people who are addicted to certain games, and it's like it's not healthy. I'd rather not. Honestly, I'd rather not. Because yeah, I got out of that like playing those games. And it's like I don't really want to go back in. You know. Because honestly, it sucks when like it gets to that point. I've had it like 2 or 3 times where it's like when you play it so much, man, and like it's the only thing your brain wants to do, like it sucks. And I guess Tekken is kind of like that too. And like maybe that's why like I feel so bored about everything else, is because my brain just only wants to play Tekken. But it's just like it's so frustrating when it gets to that point where it's like you only want to do that like one thing, and it gets really frustrating. And like you're just like, please brain, can you stop only craving this one game or whatever. I mean, I just wish also that Twitch would like highlight smaller creators just more in general, and like especially like the people who have like no viewers, because they had like the clip showcase thing, but like you still need someone to like watch and clip your stuff, right? Either that or you have to go back into your like stream and then clip it on your own. And it's like I feel like that's really annoying to the people who have 0 viewers, which I assume is most people who stream have 0 viewers. So like it's really annoying, and like it's really hard. Like honestly, that's like why if I become more popular, I'm just gonna raid people who have less viewers than me. That like I think, you know, deserves the like light and like time of day. I think it's like some of those people like have a lot of viewers and they still like they still do it as a hobby. There's Ellie Minibot, who got raided by Vettel, who has a lot of viewers. And I think she actually pulls decent numbers now, but she still does it as a hobby. She still has a regular job she goes to. And it's like, yeah, you can have like all of these viewers and like all that, and people still do it as a hobby. And like, I think that's really cool. And like they have like another job that they had 2 jobs that they love doing, and are very successful in, and it's very cool to see. It's just I want to help those people out, you know. It's just the leftist in me to do that. The Souls games. I mean, I don't know if you say like stream it as me playing it, because yeah, me playing it probably not, but like me watching you, I wouldn't mind that, honestly. Yeah, me playing it, I probably wouldn't enjoy it. Actually, yeah, you did stream for a little bit, right? Because you streamed through PlayStation, I believe. Yeah, not this summer, you can't do that. I feel like it is something you could do as a hobby, though, like... Because you said you'd love to stream the Souls games, right? So it's something you could do as a hobby, and if you love doing it so much, maybe you could learn, like, the speedrun for it, or something like that, you know? Learn how to speedrun the Souls games. I don't know if that's your cup of tea, right? I don't know if you'd want to speedrun them, but, like, it's a thought, you know? Because I feel like Dark Souls and like Souls games also have like a pretty cult following. So I could see you actually having like people watch you. I could definitely see that. I think I did also suggest us like playing through like Disney Infinity because we both like grew up playing it and like very much enjoyed it. But like I don't think we ever really followed through on that. And plus also like Saturday isn't like a stream day for me, and I know like you only will be there on Saturdays. I guess I could start stream on Saturdays for that. I doubt anybody watches Disney Infinity though. I'd be surprised. Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, that's the thing, like just do it as a hobby, you know? Or people also like you could like practice your guitar or something like that. I'm sure people would actually really enjoy that too. And like seeing people like practice and getting better at something. Like I think they would really enjoy that. It's like why also like I was thinking about having like a subathon, but like the main thing with like me having a subathon is like I'd actually like learn stuff during it. So like voice acting, like singing, like stuff I always wanted to learn, but like I may have not necessarily thought I had the time to invest in it. But like if I'm just at my house, right, or like I'm just forced to like be streaming, and like I have like that suitable income, I don't need to worry about it. Like I would just take the time to learn it, and other instruments. That was another thing too. Like just take the time to learn it. I think that'd be a very cool idea for like a subathon, where that'd be like the main thing of it, instead of just like going from like game to game or something like that. And like you probably can still have sub goals because that's what subathons have, but it's just like I think that would be really cool. And like I don't think you see a whole lot of subathons actually do that. I think it's usually mostly that like talking for like maybe a couple hours and then like game or like react content, like you're just scrambling around and like trying to find stuff. But if I'm actually actively trying to learn this stuff, like I think I actually could fill up the slots pretty easily. Because I mean, yeah, learning stuff, like it takes a bit to learn stuff, especially with like what I want to learn and like actually get like really good at it. And the thing is also you can see my progression throughout the subathon, like from what was before, like a straight up before and after. And I think that would also be really cool. It's like I think if I were to do a subathon, it'd probably be more like that. Like I'd actively like seek out and try to learn new things. But like I've always wanted to learn, but like maybe thought I didn't have the time investment to have or something like that. Because I've learned that like there's a lot of stuff that like I had the time like before and like the opportunities before, but like I never realized how much like I actually wanted to learn it until like a few years ago. It's like, oh well, that ship has sailed. But I mean, there's still time to like learn some stuff, you know. You know, other languages I could learn also. Like something also with the subliminal too is like it would also teach other people as well who like may also want to learn that stuff. That's stuff I always like would find annoying with like in today's world, and I understand why they do it, but just like having so much information locked beyond like a subscription service, like I would just give that information to these people for free, and I feel like that'd be really neat. Just... So what bothers me the most though is like when you just actually have to take like classes that cost money just to like get information. It's like it's so frustrating. At least for me. Because like I feel like information is something that just should not be behind a paywall. I think it's something that should just be free. You know? I mean, I don't think anything should be behind a paywall, but especially information. And like again, I get why those people do it. Like they need to live. It's just like it's just an unfortunate byproduct of our society is ran. But yeah, I really wish that if the information was just free, man. Because it's just so annoying when you go on like any article, man. It's just like, oh, get the subscription service, like get this like for like this certain amount a month, and it's like I just want the information, man. Why do I have to like pay a subscription and like pay money just to get like information that like if I literally was like face to face with the person, I could just get it that way. And then it's just frustrating. I think, yeah, the information thing is kind of what made me like on my whole like money shouldn't exist thing. Well, I think also is like honestly like charity fraud and just like being like, you know, that shouldn't even be a thing that exists. Like when you really think about it, charity fraud is a dumb crime because like also charities really shouldn't have a need to exist, you know. Like obviously they're good, and I think you would still have those nonprofit organizations and like those like frontline people. Like I think like the people who still in their missions like go on the front lines and help these people in need on the front lines, like they'd still be around. It's just I don't think we need the money. You know, you could just give them the physical thing and then they go and do the physical thing, and it's like we don't need this piece of paper with ink on it. And then when like someone hoards all the the pieces of paper with ink on it, and it's like I don't know, man. It's just really stupid to me. Because like charities are really giving it to like a middleman when it's just like you could just give the physical thing, and it's like, oh cool, we're done. That's very helpful. Yeah. I just have thought currency is dumb. And the thing is also like I just haven't heard an argument that either like makes it better or like I've only heard stuff that just makes it like as good as how it would be without money or like worse. Like that's the thing. I think the ceiling for no money is like way higher than like the ceiling for like if there is currency. Same with the floor too. Like the floor of potential on it as well. Like I believe that wholeheartedly. God, money is stupid. I just realized also my music has stopped playing. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, I'm a filthy commie. Capital C commie. You pinned the message too? That'd be funny though, just like straight up. That was just the pin comment, just the whole. It was just there the stream the whole time. So like, if anybody just clicked on the stream, that's what they'd see in the chat. It's just filthy communist. It is like so funny though, because like you can hear people like if you wish just ask people like how do you think like our economy should be ran, they usually say it should be invested back into like the people and like into the like job, right? So like better equipment, fix the equipment, like pay the workers more, like all that, right? But like the thing is, that's socialism and communism. That's not, well, it's more socialism, but it's like, that's not capitalism. And I mean, I think it's Red Scare propaganda, right? Like in like Cold War times, it was like, oh yeah, no, communism bad, capitalism good, and then like they never really defined what those were. That was really just all you knew, especially from like the media. So I don't blame those people for not knowing. It's just like, yeah, it's not capitalism that like you think is actually the good thing, more likely than not, if you actually describe how our economy should be ran. It's more likely like actually like socialism or communism. It's not capitalism. So yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Cause yeah, the only reason the reason I say that too is because my mom was like explain like how she thought the economy should be ran and like how companies should run their businesses. I'm like, Mom, that's just socialism. Or like that just sounds mighty communist of you. It's just like, you know. But I mean, I think you are right. Like, it's hard to imagine a world without capitalism because like it runs our society, you know. So like you just think like anything like with money is just capitalism, when in reality it's not. And like socialism is actually probably what people are thinking. Like capitalism at like its highest potential is socialism, but like they're still saying that it's capitalism, but it's socialism. But like the thing is, once you bring up socialism, communism, like, oh no, that's bad, and then they just don't care anymore, and it's annoying. And their brain just shuts off, and it's like, oh great, that was an awesome conversation then. Cool. Like, I want to have a productive conversation, so let's talk about communism. And then their brain just shuts off, and it's like, okay, I guess there goes the productive conversation. It's just out the window. Just, all right. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, hopefully over the summer I do work on this stuff more. Because like I have the time to do it. Well, actually I don't know, because my mom's gonna freaking have me out driving, and that's gonna be annoying. I have to literally learn how to like get a driver's license out of freaking necessity, and that's so freaking stupid. Like, this is not where the peak of transportation should be. Like, the peak of transportation should be like we can walk anywhere. It should not be that we need to drive a car, or like we need a driver's license to get around everywhere. That's not the peak of transportation. The peak of transportation should be, in the end goal, should be us walking. We can just walk everywhere, you know? I hate it. Like, I'm probably gonna have to get a freaking driver's license. It's freaking stupid. I don't want one. Like, I don't want to drive so badly, like, because I don't like have any desire to drink also, so like, and I know like it's a good idea to have like someone sober with you if like you're planning on getting drunk to like drive you home. I would not be that person because I wouldn't want to drive. That's how bad it is. If we can walk there, I'm like, cool, we can walk over there. But if I gotta drive you there, I'm like, nope, I don't want to do that. Find someone else who's sober and who's willing to drive. But I mean, yeah, if we just have to walk there, right? Like, you're in like an apartment building, just like a bar down the street or something like that. It's like, yeah, sure, like I'll be there with you, so like, you know, you don't freaking like walk into the road or something like that, right? Like, obviously, it's just I don't want to drive. It's just because I don't want to freaking hit someone and just be like, well, they're dead now. There goes their life and all their hopes and dreams and aspirations, and it's all down the toilet. It's like, I don't want that, dude. And also, like, my mom has road rage, so it doesn't help me, like, just think about, oh man, so this is how other drivers feel about me. It's like, yeah, mom, you're really not helping here. It's like the thing is also, well, you just walk, but I don't know if you realize just how bad it is in the parking lot at the end of the school day. Like, people will just walk in front of cars, just like not use the crosswalk, just walk right in front of them. Like, I'm worried that I'm gonna hit someone. Like, that's what I'm worried about. It's like, someone's just gonna walk in front and I'm just gonna hit them. And I'm like, I don't want to do that, man. It freaking sucks. I hate it. I just don't want to drive. It's why the only reason I want to live in the city is just so I don't have to drive. Like, I can just walk places. Literally the only reason. If transportation, like, in its end goal was actually set up so we could walk everywhere, or like we had cities that were more like walk friendly and like public transportation friendly, like Silent Hill style. Walk in the thick fall and disappear. But like, yeah, it's just, if I could just walk around, like, honestly, I don't mind living where I do because it's like not that crowded, you know. Like, that's, if I could just walk everywhere in this town, like I would stay here. It's just like, I can't. I have to move to a city in order to like be able to walk places. And it's stupid. Also, the only reason I want to live in an apartment is so I don't have to do any lawn work. And also, I think doing chores around the house is a lot easier. And also, you don't really have any projects going on usually, I think, with apartments. At least a lot less of them. So that's another thing too. So yeah, I think apartment buildings are usually smaller than a house. So I think you're fine on that regard. On doing stuff around it to like tidy work and all that. Like, please here and can't confirm it's not walkable or bikeable. Yep. That's just like every like American city though, that's like not like the main big ones. That's the thing though, like that's just what it is. Like, unless it's like one of the major cities, like it's just not walkable or bikeable, and it sucks. They built it around cars because I'm pretty sure it's because of the auto industry and capitalism, and it sucks. And what makes it even more annoying is because now, like, the solution to it of building walkable, bikeable cities, or like public transport friendly cities, is you have to redo the entire road system, which is going to take like several years to like undo all of that. And we also need to redo a railroad system, so we need to undo that, and like, it's just gonna take so long. And also, presidents only have 4 years, man. So like, if they don't like how, like, what you're doing, then they could just scrap it all. And it's like, awesome. There goes my attempt at trying to make the roads and railroads better. Because I think with like cases like this, that it does make like the 4-year term limit like suck. Because like, you won't have enough time in your your term to like see that through. And it's very likely, like, especially in America with 2 parties, if someone on the opposite side wins, they're just going to completely undo that. Especially with how it is like now in America. They'll just very likely completely undo it and just waste all of that time you spent on it. And it's very annoying. I'm hoping that the internet can like overall make it so people are more left-leaning. I think it will. You just need to get like the racist right-leaning stuff out. You need to filter that out. But I think once that's situated, I think the internet will make people more left-leaning, just because like obviously you have a lot easier access to information and all that. It's why like the Palestine-Israel war is going so poorly against them, is because of the internet. Like, honestly, if it weren't because of the internet, I think it would be very similar to some of the other genocides that they've just kind of like swept under the rug. Yeah. And then they literally tried to ban the freaking TikTok, which doesn't affect the people who like they're actually trying to target. It just targets the freaking casual people who don't care about that and just lose their living. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense there, man. I don't, like, it was so stupid. Because they can just go elsewhere and get the same thing. Like, people aren't just on TikTok looking at the freaking Israel Palestine stuff. They're also like looking at it at other sources. Like, they're not just looking on TikTok. I don't know why they're just like, ah, yes, it's just TikTok. We ban TikTok and it's good. And it's like, no. What are you talking about? You basically would have to ban the internet to like stop that from happening. And it's like, that's such a terrible idea. Especially if you still want us to be considered a democracy. Like, we just would lose any, what is it, like notoriety or like prestige from that. Like, we just become a laughing stock. Like we already have in the Middle East because of what we've been doing with Israel Palestine. Like, that would just amplify it even more. Like, it's stupid. Yeah, I think closer to elections though, typically like polls have it, so the left-leaning candidate typically like, or like Democrat candidates typically vote, like get more of the like independent voters or like the swing voters. It's like, I think it gets more and more to like the Democrat candidate. I'm just hoping that's the case, but also polls have been really weird since like 2016, so who knows, man. Honestly, I think the polls really aren't that reliable. It seems like anything that's like 5 or lower, like it's just either way, honestly. But the polls could be off like so far. Yeah, the fact that Biden still is continuing like is like staunchly pro-Israel, which doesn't make any sense because he said privately he's against it and yet still does it, which screws over his own base. So it's not even good for him like to get reelected. In fact, like I think he would win this election quite easily if this didn't happen, because I think Republicans were looking for like anything to make him look bad with like the Hunter Biden stuff and all that. Like they were just trying to find anything, and then Biden just did this to himself. It's like, cool. That's really awesome there, Joe, that you did that. Although I think also he's listening to a Republican, and it's like, I don't know why you're doing that. I get you're trying to both sides it, but like, I don't think you know how American politics are, especially compared to the rest of the world. It's not great. And also the right wingers are becoming more and more fascists. So like, I don't know why that man, like you're listening to him, but whatever. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like there's just like no rhinos at this point. Republicans in name only. Even though they like keep saying that. Like, there's no Republican who actually like will vote Democrat. Because like, I feel like there's still like Kirsten Sinema and like, who's the freaking other guy who's paid off by the IDF? That's a lot of people. John Fetterman's one. Richie Torres, that's who I was thinking of. Like, all those people like seem to be really freaking right-leaning, man. It's just weird. Like, they vote right-leaning more often than not. I never understood the lobbyist money though, because it's just like, I guess they want to get elected, but it's just so weird to me. Because you could always just go against it. You could just win the election and just say screw those people and just go against them. So I'm gonna be honest, I guess it depends on like who they're going against, like who they like backstabbed. Because like if it's the IDF they backstab, I'm like, that dude's awesome. But like, I guess if it's like a different organization that's like a left-leaning one that backstabs, then like, yeah, no, that sucks. Which I guess is like a John Fetterman kind of. Because he said he was a progressive, and then literally like that he ran his whole campaign on him being a progressive, and then he wasn't. Turns out he wasn't progressive, and it's like, well, make up your mind, John. Like, and then he said he wasn't one. It's like, what are you talking about? God, American politics are stupid. I think I said it before, but like, I'm a John. And I really hope we can like look back at this a decade from now and just laugh at how stupid it was. Because I don't know if Biden wins, if that means MAGA's done or not. I have no idea. Because obviously, like, then a lot more left-leaning, like, because Gen Z is going to start coming up, right? And I think on average they're a lot more left-leaning. So like I think then we'll actually start seeing some like leftist like movement and like change. But yeah, I don't know if MAGA is gonna die out. I think if there is enough leftist movement and change, then I think MAGA will die, just from like it being kind of like spread, like, and like the right's gonna have to move left to like keep up with the leftists moving left, right? It's kind of like how it's been now, where like the Democrats have to be more right to keep up with how Republicans have been. It'd just be that, but in reverse. And I think MAGA would like die out with that, or either that, or MAGA would just be the fascist party, and like Republicans would actually go back to being like not insane. I mean, still like not great, but like they would at least not be insane. MAGA goes further right, or the Republicans go further right? Because oh yeah, I guess it could be, because yeah, because they would see leftist movements. Yeah, I think MAGA would be more fascist. Because I think, yeah, I think MAGA would turn into the fascist party, and like Republicans could actually like maybe start moving away from that a little bit. I don't know, it's weird. I guess there's really a break off of right party that goes further right is fascism 101. And yeah, it would be out of a reaction to like a more left-leaning movement, which is also a big thing about fascism too. It's like the counter to left-leaning movements. So yeah, I think MAGA would probably become the fascist party. The question is, I feel like at that point though, is like if they would get any support. And I think that would just depend entirely on if Trump's still alive. I think if Trump's not alive, then like it would be hard for them to get support. At least like, I don't know. To me, I feel like it'd definitely be at least harder for them to get support if Trump dies. But if Trump's still alive, then yeah, I think they actually could still get a decent base. So I think basically all of them are rallied around Trump, because they literally are already bickering with each other. So yeah, I don't know. It's a very weird time. It's very hard to like predict what's gonna happen. I'm going to come from debating. Actually, yeah, how would that work? Like, If both Biden and Trump died, like, because it would be Kamala against somebody, probably Nikki Haley, right? Since Nikki Haley did the best out of all the other Republicans, I would assume. Do they do Kamala versus Nikki Haley? Because I know they did Biden versus Haley, and I think Haley was winning by a lot. But I'm not sure how a Kamala Nikki Haley election would have gone. It would actually give our first female president. Well, actually, if Biden died, technically Kamala would be the first president. Because, yeah, she would have to be... Yeah, she would usurp him after he died. See, I guess Kamala would be the first female president. But it would be the first, like, presidential election where, Oh yeah, RFK Jr. too, I forgot about him too. He actually probably get more support. I always forget about RFK Jr., but the man has like 10% of the vote, and I don't understand why. I know why, it's because he's like a middle, but it's still weird. Man, when Aaron Rodgers is his vice president, and you trust this man to run a country? What are you talking about? Yeah, I think Trump still doesn't have a VP selected though. I think I might end it though, because I've been an hour and a half and my eyes are struggling to stay open. So I think I might end it. So yeah, I stream every Sundays at 1:30 p.m. EST. Those are my long game days, and then probably talk about stuff for like an hour. And I also stream Wednesdays and Fridays at 7:30 p.m. EST, and those are my short game days, or I just talk about stuff the whole stream like this one was. You can see all my past streams at youtube.com/IronWolVods, and if you're watching the VOD, my Twitch, Twitter, and main channel are all IronWolf6464. So yeah, see you Friday then, when I'm actually done with school. Yay!